right, let's get to some of these reviews. One of the longest waiting has been ERGO. Not for any very good reason, because it's a great project. What they're doing is bringing smart money through smart contracts as a platform into the ecosystem. They're really concentrating on DeFi and financial applications, not really getting into too much else right now, but they really have an interesting way of approaching it. We've got a little bit of involvement from some of the biggest areas in this space. If you saw the post with the request in it, you know that they have people from Chainlink involved. They have people from ERGO, which is a part of building with Cardano. They're actually implementing with Yori, one of the Cardano wallets, if they haven't already. And then they've got a very extensive roadmap outlining some really specific things that a project like this has to do. So kind of a very niche space right now where we're taking things into not just Web3, but we're taking it to DeFi 3, and we're taking things as platforms to other levels. And of course, interoperability is going to have to be one of those major mainstays. So let's take a look at where they're at in the chart. $3.50 a token. And we've got about half of the total supply into circulation already, just a little bit more than that, almost exactly half right now. So if you're looking to get into the ERG token with ERGO, you are looking primarily at KuCoin, Gate.io. Not a whole lot of other options there right now, but if you are watching and waiting and you're accessible to it, I have no doubt that with the backing and the people involved, that there are going to be some larger centralized exchanges listing ERGO in the near future. Back to the platform. So here we are. This is the main web page. Versatile, easy to use. They really base a lot of it on kind of not just the speed, but the accessibility. That's really where it's at. We're watching people send their tokens to wrong addresses, wrong types of tokens, and this sort of thing is not going to fly when we try to adopt into the real world. Sadly, it is going to be the Robinhoods, the Wealth Simples, those sorts of platforms are going to do very well because they make it really easy to participate. Within this space, one of the biggest right now is Crypto.com, CRO token. They really make it very easy to participate. So let's see where we go from here. As we scroll down, you can see we've got all the usual kind of links and information here. ERGO is here. We have Waves on board as well, another crypto company. And Gravity is another big name that's been flying around quite a bit lately. So we've already talked about the team very briefly. I'm not going to dive into them in any depth, but I do like to go over to the FAQ and just kind of get their version of what it is they do. They say it's a resilient platform for contractual money. They want to implement financial contracts. That's their primary kind of point here. And they do this by using powerful protocols, friendly scripting languages such as the Sigma protocols. And that's going to allow them to have a greater amount of flexibility. As we go down, what does contractual money mean? They've got a little blurb on that if you're looking to get more educated on what's happening with it. ICO price, actually, there was no ICO, no venture capital funding, and no pre-mine. All right, we like it. We've seen other projects like this, like Digibyte and a few others, I think Ravencoin. And while there's money out there, not every project goes out and tries to take it. You almost have an obligation. There's some dumping almost always involved. So that's where things get complicated. Looks like we are mining with configured ERGO nodes and GPUs with at least 4 gigabytes of memory. So another mining opportunity if you're interested in the technological size of this, and a lot more information about how that works, where it's going, and of course the emissions schedule. Let's take a look at their roadmap though, because I think that's the biggest, most important thing that's come out for them recently. They have done a lot of development. So let's zoom in on this roadmap here just a little bit. You can see that they've managed a lot of different things. Some of the primary aspects of what they're building, one is the ERGO mixer, which allows you to have some privacy and mix your coins. They have the Sigma USD stable coin, and that has launched already. And they have a lot of other development updates that have come as well. So we're at the point now where they're really kind of getting to, all right, we're ready to do something with all of this. And you can see everything in the green or blue here is done and ready to go. Everything in the red is in progress. And some of the things in the red that really stood out to me, one of them was Wormhole. This will give you access to Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin Smart Chain. That's massive. They already have links to other projects, oracles that are operating on that system. And then we also get into things like zero knowledge spending vaults, a little more privacy into the mix. The mixer is also going to get its own token. If you get into Ergo and you participate in the ecosystem, try their mixer out. You don't have to do anything specific, just use it. You're sending from your own wallet to your own wallet, and there's nothing illegal about that. What people do theoretically kind of associate with mixers is being able to hide your crypto. And that may or may not be accurate. With mixers, it makes it more convoluted. There's a lot of ways to convolute where your crypto is coming and going. It's not recommended you try and use it for that, especially when things are in what? Development. That's typically where you're going to find some big gaps in the future as things kind of unfold. That being said, using a mixer to go from one wallet to the next and kind of have your privacy, maintain some independence in this system, there's nothing wrong with that. And if you do, chances are, if you're still holding the ERG token, you're going to get airdropped some MIX token in the near future. One of the biggest things that they talked about here that they're going to be starting to move into is marketing. I've seen almost no marketing on this project. There are also strategic marketing planning budgets are on board right now. Bounty budgets, we're going to see a lot of money, a lot of conversation about what they're capable of and what they can do. And with the team and kind of what they've envisioned to be the next step, it's really going to be quite something. So we've already seen mostly NFTs published across their chain, but in addition to that, obviously within DeFi and financial constructs, they're going to have a decentralized exchange as well, and it will be used with the Yoroi nightly wallet, which is also a part of where Cardano operates. But we got a lot of links to a lot of different places here. Scalability proposals for Bitcoin, Cardano, and Ethereum are going on. They're talking about side chains already. These are some big changes coming, and the roadmap is actually very detailed. We don't usually get very many detailed roadmaps like this anymore. And in 2022, you can see that there's obviously some big changes coming with the Oracle pools, ErgoPad, Ergo Hackathon, and their own conference is happening. There's going to be a lot of community participation, voting, working on the next step. Where do we go from here? So Ergo Pay, taking it out to the masses. So let's see where this goes. I'm really interested to see kind of what happens from here. And they already have, like, we identified a couple operating functionalities within their ecosystem that take part with a stablecoin and the ERG token itself. And it is going to be one to keep an eye on. We've seen what Cardano has done with their smart contracts, their development launches, and the hype that they're able to generate was based around a very deep, very based community. I'm wondering if that very deep based community is going to participate in what's going on here with Ergo. A little bit of a different mission than what Cardano is doing. Cardano is heading down more of a Ethereum, a universal platform for everything kind of angle. And then Ergo is primarily concentrating on the financial transactions and financial ecosystem, that next best decentralized exchange, the next best stablecoin use, how to maintain some privacy in the financial ecosystem of Web3. Those are kind of where it's headed. So I won't be surprised at all to see this on a major exchange in the near future. And there's a lot of information out there on it right now. So we're going to see some people challenging it. Of course, there are a lot of other platforms doing similar things. But like I said, if you want to be a generalized universal platform for everything, that's very different. That's a very different mission than what Ergo appears to be kind of pushing towards. And good for them. I really enjoy a project that knows kind of where they want to go and what they want to do, and they just head in that direction. And if it's a generalized platform, there's nothing wrong with that. But to have a direct mission to go fix a specific problem in the world, to put out product before you start marketing, before you really start pushing, I think it's a really smart way of approaching it. And I think there's going to be a big draw to this project in the future as Web3 and digital finance as a whole is looking for new homes that are able to supply them with ease of use, speed, security, and even some privacy. So hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll be back with some more real soon.